What's up, my people? Back in the yard with the Kubota. Finally, as promised, I got the video coming. We're gonna install these new front idlers that Friday Parts had sent me. Guys, make sure you go check out FridayParts.com. I know Kubota especially is hard to get parts. They got an easy website. Type it in, anything you got. I don't care if it's Takakuchi, I don't care if it's Kubota, Bobcat, any of them, anything. Even if it's a lawnmower, type it in. You'll find the part. Talk to Amy and she will get it here. All right, so we're gonna do this. Obviously this is in the bush fix. We're gonna use the 88 to pull the tracks up just because I'm by myself and I don't want to hurt myself. This track actually fell off yesterday on the job that I was closing out. This right side had popped off. First time ever in history I popped the track off on this machine, and boy, it was a nightmare to put on, but I did it without any tools. I had zero tools on the job. I did it with the 160 and I threw it back on. I do have that short on TikTok if you want to see that. Head on over there to DirtBoss42. Check out that video. But I didn't have a GoPro with me yesterday. So what we're gonna do is put two front idlers. I do know this is the one that was squeaking super bad in all the videos as you guys saw, and there's a lot of play here. Last year I saw it weeping some oil, so I kind of knew that was gonna end up happening. The bearings go bad and they squeak, and there's a little bit of play in this once this is loose, but we'll diagnose that once it's out. I'm hoping it's that. I'm 99.9% it is. It's super loud in the cab. I checked all the bottom rollers. You can lift the machine up and spin those freely, and nothing was squeaking. So first things first, what we're going to do to get these idlers on is you're gonna loosen your tracks. So we're gonna take these off. You can just spin that out of the way. There's a grease zerk right there. It's good practice to put your bolts, your hardware back in the holes if you can, like so, and that will keep everything where it need to be. You won't be losing them. So basically there's only 4 bolts holding this idler on. Once we get the track off, that idler slides out, and there's 4 bolts on a bracket, which will be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that bolts on the assembly, and then it just slides into that C channel. It's been known that these idlers get hung up in the C channel and they can't come out, and guys fight them, but we'll see where this is. I think this is this machine's got 1,400 hours on it. Okay, as you see, the clearance is about 8 inches off the back of the track. You don't have to go that excessive, because the higher you get it, the harder it is going to be able to get that track off the air. But this is going to get me, just for now, to get them tracks down, and I'll adjust it in a minute. But let's get the grease out of these. 19 millimeter for those nuts. Never trust the machine's hydraulics. Never get under here anywhere in that area. 19 millimeter for here. Once we loosen this, you're gonna see this track start to drop. Grease is gonna come out of here, and it's gonna allow the slack to be in here. The first thing I did this morning was wash this machine, make sure we get all the, here comes the grease. So once you see grease coming out, that's letting this down, which is allowing this right here to come back. So the first thing I did, like I said, was clean all this out, wash all this. So the grease is oozing, which means as the speed of that coming out is the speed of this. Yes, you could take this whole nut out, but just let it come down nice and slow. You don't want to have a grease bath all over your nice new clothes. All right, this one will let down fast for you, just to show you. I'll stand out of the way. All there's to it. Some stuff hung up in this side. She ain't down all the way yet. There she goes. Look at that glob. Pretty much down now. Could go back maybe a touch. If it ever hangs up, you can run the machine in there, run it with the tracks, loosen it up. You can push on this. I've taken that bolt right out, lowered it, and drove excavators. Got them working, just kept running them back and forth, because sometimes this gets hung up. You know what I mean? If it hasn't been moved in a real long time. That's what I'm hoping. Once I get these off, we'll have no issues pulling those off. They should come off by hand. But we'll get to that point in a bit. We're gonna have to clean all this up to put this back in. Don't want to lose these, so we're gonna set these aside for now. All right, we're gonna attempt this with the 88. Obviously, the best scenario would be a set of forks on another skid steer, come in here and lift them off. We don't have that option anymore. So we're just gonna try to pick it up off right now, and then we'll go from there. But you could also do this with a bar. You can stick a bar in there, have a guy in the track, run it backwards with the bar in the sprocket and pull it like this at the same time. She'll pop off. Okay, attempt one failed. We're sliding on that metal plate, and we're pretty much almost touching there. That thing's got to be angled. Let's take a peek what we got underneath there. The wood might have slid. Oh yeah, she slid up. Oop. Like I said, don't ever get under here. Trust the machine. I'm just reaching the camera in there to show you. The wood is slid up. It's still holding it up. We might want to re-rig that once I get this track off. But let's just see what we have here. We may just go on the front idler, pull the front idler first. I think that's the better bet. Also, when I put my strap in here, I got a new ski strap. I'm going in between the lugs. You don't want to be stuck here, so pay attention what you got, because if you go like this, you're gonna rip your strap. All right, take two. I adjusted the strap so it's in the center now. Picking up in the center of the track. little bit of process of getting it off. These are heavy, so you don't want them to land on you, but I have to get it out from that idler. This is where I said if you have a skid steer with forks, you just come in with the 2 forks, you lift it up out and back out. But we're hung up on the idler because the machine slid back, you remember, so maybe I could lift it back up. Maybe it settled a little bit. I'll lift it back up and get her in the air.
Heavy girl. Yeah, if that didn't slip on that wood, it would come right out, but the machine slid, so I'll have to re-rig that for the other side. But to be honest with you, I don't even have to take it off. We're only working on this. See if this moves. Woo.
All right, I just lowered her down. I just made sure before I loaded that was not on a cog, because you bend something. Re-rig, put my wood where it should be. Let's get her back in the air, get this thing to work. Do it. Just slide it out of the way, leave it in this position so you know how it goes back in. It only needs to be there. Now we're going to lower this machine back down because we're going to slide this out and raise the arms up so we can slide this out. This isn't the side that was squeaking, but watch how much plays in this. Ever since I got this machine, I bought this machine with 400 hours, it always did this. But I don't know if the new one's going to fit any better in there or what. But you could hear that clanking when you go over bumps. It really drove me nuts. And it's really more the up and down. See, it could go ding, 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 up and down, then the left or the right, but I think that's just the system. Not sure. And as you see, this one isn't squeaking. But let's get it replaced anyways. Should just come out. Like a boss. So once that comes out, let's inspect all this, make sure she's good. But this is why you got to keep it clean, because if you were bound up with stuff in here, this right here doesn't really want to come out to get hung up. Okay, so we got 4 bolts right here. Hopefully these come out without snapping. Make sure the idler goes in the correct way. All right, we're gonna get the tools and get this thing swapped out. Oh, let's roll it right on up where we can work on it. All right, I brought the one over just to make sure before we started pulling apart everything was good to go. The only difference I see is there's a notch here, that's the top. There's a different cutout on the bottom, so you know you're in the right direction. Don't like that fit. have to grab a different, we're not fitting here. Let me grab an extension. All right, that's that. All right, so they're all the same, don't matter which way. I just put this where you can put more oil in there on this side because that's the way it was on that side. This cutout and that cutout's the same. We're just gonna slap it on. One thing I will show you, this roller was going out, it just wasn't squeaking yet. Look at the play in here. Here. Let me set you up so you can see it. Watch the play in this right here. Right. I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but hang on. See that play? And bearings are shot, even though this wasn't squeaking. That's why I always replace, if I have one roller go bad, I replace all rollers. If I have one idler, replace them all, because they're not far behind. All right, let's get set up nicely. Set ourselves up just the way we took it off. Make sure everything's clean. See, look at that mud in there. Set this just like so. Just like so. Get a bolt. Really don't know what the torque specs are on these. They ain't too big of a bolt, so they come off pretty easy. So I wouldn't go gun-ho with them. Hey! I wouldn't go gun-ho. Trying to do this so you guys can see it. It's got me all screwy-looey. Come on, baby. There we go. Get in your home. Come on. You in? Nope. You're lined up. That felt all right. Come on. Get in your home. That still ain't it. Let me line you up. Man, I'm liking the way it looks, feeling. All right, I want to clarify, there is a direction to these, so you have to stay, just pay attention to the way it came out. There's a C channel that rides right here. That has to be on the outside, upper outside, to make sure that roller is like that. And I got the oil fill on this side, the way it came out. The easiest way I've seen to put these in, straight up and down like this and line them up. These are so precise. They take massaging and starting them and then moving things over and beating, but go nice and slow and don't impact them. Get them in by hand before you do that. I still got one to do. That's the last one, but I can see it's starting to grab because I started turning the other ones down, and I'm gonna put them in by hand and on to the next step. But this one's not grabbing yet. But we'll go. We don't want cross-threader, that's for sure. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Them bolts gave me a run for my money. That was the hardest part so far, lining them up. So I'll have some tips when we do the other side, so stay tuned to the video. I'll give you some tips on what to do so you don't go through what I just went through. But I got them 90% torqued. I'm gonna put it in there just so I have some leverage to muscle it around. All right, easiest way I found is reverse it, put this in that C channel, then it will hold it. You can torque them down to what you need. Come on, baby. Whew. She's in. so close. I'm hitting the excavator up there with this, you know, with the bucket, so it can't get in where I want to get in. But if I lower it and slide it in there and hang it, then I could re-rig. Let's try to get that where we could we have to lower it and get it in this notch without hitting up here. I don't know. We're gonna do it this way without a strap. See, what you guys couldn't see there was I was hitting up here on the excavator, up onto the arm. Wasn't allowing me to do what I wanted to do. So we're just gonna get the bucket under it, slap it in. This is what I did the other day with the 160. Wasn't as high though, but this will work. Maybe not. Come on now. Get under there. Let me re-rig. 2 seconds with a set of forks. And I'm probably doing it wrong anyways. Like I said, I don't really change tracks on here, but this is what I'm doing right now without thinking. Let's just put it that way. I gotta get it out from that. Alright, we got another route. Let's open the bucket. If I put the bucket on backwards, I bet I can do it too. Grab a tooth. I gotta get around that dang final drive and it's not letting me. Come on. Come on. Get out. Get out. This is getting frustrating. The easy part was already done, I guess. Come on. There you go. There you get on up in your home. There you go. There you go. Get back. Get in. Get over. We'll reset you just right there for now. Push you down this way. There we go. Still got to get up on that idler. From what I see, I really can't see from here. But get in there. Get in there. Oh, there you go. Now we got to get the bottom roller all the way back. Ba, 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 ba. Done. All right, I recruited my boy Max. Help me out for the other side, but we're here on this side. Let's put that back in. You don't yarn that down, just snug it up. Let me get this grease. Well, you know we're probably gonna run out of grease pumping this up. That's a given. Go ahead, Max, hit that button right here. This button. We're gonna watch this go up. Just hold it right down. No, hang on. Go. You'll watch that track go right on up as she starts pumping.
It's rising.
Yeah, go again. I had to do this the other day when I blew the track off. 150 times I pumped that, maybe even more, with an old hand pump, and the zerk on the end was bad. Boy, I fought that. I had to put it on my hip, pump, and hold that as hard as I could. Because once it starts getting pressure, it gets hard. Keep going. These are moving. I checked all these rollers to make sure they're all good. You'll know if they're bad. The bearings will be bad. They'll be flopping in your hand.
It's running out.
She's going. Oh, she's out of fluid. That's why she's going so slow. All right, we're going to put another tube in it. Got a new tube in there. She'll go a lot harder. She was empty. Go ahead. Hold it down. You're going to bring this up about between ½ inch and an inch, depending on your manufacturer. I'm going to run them a little tight for at first, so I'm going to put about a ½ inch between this middle roller and that track. Keep going, Max. Just hold it down. Do it again. It does 50 pumps and then it stops. That's what I got it set at. Huh? As soon as this hits this, you stop. Go ahead. Go. Good. 2 more pumps. Go. Give me another. And 1 more. Good. All right. That's where we're at on this one. That one's tight, ready to go. Let's get the other side. Make sure you put your cover back on. I like to put lube on there because you don't want those things hanging up. Especially when you only got a crescent wrench with you when you blow a track off. So we'll tighten those up. Let's get to the other side. Attaboy. That's that. All right, so here was the secret. The other one, I fought them bolts to be lined up because they were lined up, but it wasn't going in. So this one threads in nice, and this one's not so nice, and that's the same. Oh, there she goes. So you just want to make sure they're all going to thread in. I'd run them in with the impact and pull them back out, because this one's giving me a tough time right now. So get them all in now, in and out, and then you know you got it. That's what I should have done the first time on the other one. Just run them in, run them out. Put memory in those bad boys. All right, that was a lot easier. They went right in. First try. All right, we're all torqued down perfectly. This is the definitely faster way to do it. Leave that track on, boom, boom, bam. Slap this in there, raise it back up, and throw that strap on it. This whole project should take an hour each side. That's about it. No more squeaking. All right, Max, hook that strap up. Walk around the bucket. Yeah, go around the bucket and go on the right side of that track so it can't fall on you. Stay away from the track, right? Just like that, yeah. All right, get out of the way. Good job. Now, you gotta tell me when the track is on. Come around the other side. This side. Remember, you're gonna look just the way, look. It goes in the center of those. Oh, yeah. Not that back's on, the front. Oh, yeah.
Just stay away from the track.
Almost there. You need to pick it up.
No, it's gonna go.
And you need to lower it down.
All right, hang on. Take the strap off. Yeah. Watch out.
Nope.
Watch out. Get out of the way from the track, please. What I want to do is take that strap off. Take that, there you go. Take that strap right on out. Pull it out and then pull it right to you. Pull it right to you now. Yeah. Pull it hard. Harder. There you go. Yank it. Go. Go. Good job. All right. Hop out of the way. Now, tell me when that is on.
Oh, you just went over it.
It's good. It's in the center. Yeah, that's where you want to be. Perfect. Clear your grease away. Make sure you get all that dirt out of that top first. Then reach in there.
Yeah.
You want this in your pillowcase?
No.
Look at that. That's awesome.
That's gross.
Gross. No.
I've never seen purple.
It's Daddy's cologne right here. All right. So once we get that,
Yeah.
take our Zerk, clean it up. Then we're gonna pump this track right on up, half inch. Half inch.
Oh.
I got a 3/4 here tonight. I think it's 19 mil to be honest, but 3/4 all I got right now. We're gonna tighten this up again. This is a 2-hour job, an hour each side if everything goes right. Roughly, you know, you probably could bust through it faster if you do a bunch of them, but for a guy that never does them on a skid steer, and I'm getting some new tracks, so I'll be doing this again soon, very soon. That should be good. Don't want to yarn that down. Don't want to break it. Let's put this on. Go ahead, start pumping, Max. Hang on. Let me get the grease out. Or the dirt. Go ahead.
Do you have enough?
Yeah, we'll have it. Keep going.
Oh my god.
Go ahead. Keep going.
It's going fast.
Oh, I hope we got enough battery. Ah, we're out of grease again. All right, go get another tube. I think that's about good. I'm gonna run it. Like I said, I'm running them a little tight right now. Then I'll lower the pressure in a little while. I got them about 3/4. Go a little. That's about it. I'm gonna go about. That's probably manufacturer specs. A couple more pumps. I like to run them a 1/2 inch, but that could be why that front idler went. You don't want to run them too tight. You'll burn your bearings out. So go to your specs. Hop up in there, Max. Start this up. Let's run these tracks back and forth. Then we'll get a reading on the adjustment and adjust them to the specs.
All right, Max is just running these tracks back and forth. His butt's not hitting the sensor. Go ahead, push your butt down hard and then hit the parking brake. Lean more forward in the seat. He's not heavy enough with the thing tilt back, but that sensor's even giving me an issue. So we're gonna run him forward and run him backwards. All right, go backwards now. And then we're gonna adjust the slack in them. All right, I put about 1.25 inch slack in that track. Max is gonna roll. She's not squeaking. That's right where it would squeak when you turned left, because it would be on that idler. Nice and nice. So this was the idler that was bad. They were both bad, but this is the one that was squeaking right here. And I can feel a lot of play in there. It's hard when it's not on the machine to get that to move, but you feel that? See that? That's the bearing. So it was shot. I want to give Max a big shout out for helping me. What do you want to tell everybody, Max?
Hit that thumbs up.
Hit that thumbs up, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Stay tuned next week. The D51's going on site.
Don't forget to go to FridayParts.com.
You heard it right from there, from Big Max. FridayParts.com. Check them out, Amy. I appreciate it. Definitely worked. Definitely fixed my issues. Thanks again. FridayParts.com.